Good morning, afternoon, and evening to all, especially to Sir XD. This is Group 2 with the topic Atmosphere and Ozone. Next. The member of this group is me, Peña Flor, Cruz, Sepulmo, and Daep. So let's proceed to the topics. Next. So these topics contains A, regions of the atmosphere, B, ozone layer, and ozone depletion. So what is atmosphere? So, halos lahat naman sa atin dito, alam na itong atmosphere, pero let me explain it even further. So, the atmosphere is made up of layers of gases that surrounded the Earth. So, basically, ang atmosphere ay parang isang malaking kumot ng gases na nakabalot sa buong Earth. So, siya din yung nagbibigay sa atin ng hangin, which is kailangan ng, ng living things, which is tayong mga tao, hayop, at halaman para mabuhay. So, let's dig into the regions of the atmosphere next. So there is five regions of the atmosphere. So troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and lastly exosphere. So ano-ano nga ba ang functions, role, importance, and the distances of these layers? Next. So first, we have the troposphere. It's about 7 miles above the planet. So ang troposphere, ito yung pinakaibaba na layer ng atmosphere at dito tayo mismo nakatira. Kasi dito nagaganap halos lahat ng weather events like pagbuo ng clouds, pag-ulan, hangin, bagyo, even thunderstorm dito kasi dito rin nagmix at umiikot ang hangin. Kaya naipapasa ang init at lamig sa iba't ibang lugar. Kasi importante din ang troposphere kasi dito natin nakukuha ang oxygen, tamang pressure, at tamang temperature para maging possible ang buhay. And ito rin yung tinatawag natin na active zone ng atmosphere kasi dito kung saan umiikot ang natural processes para manatiling balance ang environment natin. So second layer, stratosphere, it's about 31 miles above the planet. So mas kalmado dito. Halos walang weather dito. Kaya dito lumilipad lahat ng airplanes para iwas turbulence. Kasi tinan nyo, as you can see, may jet plane din dyan. Tapos, hindi lang ito yung pinaka-best sa stratosphere. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na ozone layer, which is ito yung nagbablock ng harmful UV rays ng araw. Kasi kung wala yon, sunog tayo, syempre. And halos lahat ng living things may hirapan mabuhay. And kung walang ozone layer din, wala ding Earth. Kasi wala, sunog tayo, magiging Venus lang tayo niyan. Kaya, isang malaking bagay ang stratosphere kasi ito yung quiet but protective layer of the Earth. So, ibibigay ko na sa'yo, Steven.
Okay, mesosphere, also known as the middle layer or the coldest layer. Ba't nga ba siya tinawag na coldest layer? Dahil siya yung nagre-reduce ng mga burn-on meteors or mga shooting star na pababa sa Earth natin para hindi na siya yung malaki yung impact ng damage niya sa Earth. Next, yung thermosphere, also known as the hottest layer. Ba't nga ba siya tinawag na hottest layer? Kasi siya yung nag-absorb ng mga solar radiation, yung mga very hot na temperature na nilalabas ng sun sa planeta. Tapos yung aurora, dito natin makikita yan. Ito yung nilalabas ng solar charges particle tuwing naglalabas yung araw. Next, exosphere, also known as the last defense of Earth. Ito yung last Earth na defense na wala na talagang hangin na nilalabas. Walang living thing na kayang mabuhay dito ng walang hangin. Dito mo na rin makikita yung mga satellite, tapos yung mga spaceship or mga spaceship. Tapos, quick reminders, yung about dun sa topic namin. Yung prosperous, yung the layer in which we live in weather occur. Stratosphere, the ozone layer is found in this layer, protecting us from UV rays. Mesosphere, also known as the coldest layer. Ito yung nag-reduce sa mga mixture. Thermosphere, the hottest layer in the heart, the hottest layer. Ito yung binabawasan niya yung init na nilalabas ng sun radius. Tapos, exosphere, the final defense of Earth. Dito makikita yung mga space na palutang-lutang yung mga satellite. Next, Dahil.
So, so after they discuss the regions of the atmosphere, so we'll be discussing the ozone layer and ozone depletion that will be discussed by Mr. Sapulmo.
So, nalaman natin kung ano ang function ng regions of the atmosphere. Nalaman natin na ang bawat layer is nakakatulong sa atin para maprotektahan tayo dito sa planetang Earth. Ang ozone layer is matatagpuan sa stratosphere kung saan nagko-contain ito ng high concentration of ozone na nakakatulong sa atin para maprotektahan tayo sa ultraviolet radiation na dulot ng araw. So, ozone formation. Ozone or O3 is formed in the stratosphere to the process called Chapman cycle. Ang Chapman cycle is ito yung process na kung saan in-explain nito yung chemical reaction kung paano nabuo yung ozone at kung paano ito nasira. So, as you can see dito, may kita natin na meron tayong O2 or oxygen molecules. Kapag tinamaan ito ng UV light, nagpo-form ito into two oxygen radicals. So kung makikita nyo yung bilog na yan, na katabi ng 2, yan yung tinatawag na free radicals. So, the free radical produced in the previous step react with molecular oxygen to form ozone or O3. So, kung makikita nyo dito, yung free radical, kapag nag-react siya sa molecular oxygen, magpo-form ito into ozone or O3. Ozone formation is part of the continuous cycle, constantly balanced with natural ozone breakdown. Ang process nito is essential para sa atin because it creates ozone layer that shields Earth from harmful UV rays. Ozone depletion. Nangyayari ang ozone depletion kapag numinipis ang ozone layer sa stratosphere dulot ng mga chemical na gawa ng tao. Mostly yung chemical na to ay tinatawag na chlorofluorocarbons which break down ozone molecules. Due to CFC breaks and form chlorine atom which react to ozone molecule and form chlorine monoxide. As you can see dito, may kita nyo na yung chlorine atom kapag nag-react siya sa ozone tapos tinamaan ng UV light, magpo-form siya ng chlorine monoxide. Chlorine monoxide react with the p-oxygen radical to form chlorine atom and molecular oxygen. Next. As you can see dito, may kita nyo na yung chlorine monoxide kapag nag-react siya sa oxygen atom, magpo-form siya into chlorine. Chlorine molecules and oxygen atom. So, ang maging resulta niyan is yung ozone kapag nag-react into yung ozone nag-react into oxygen radical is patuloy masisira yung oxygen molecules sa ozone layer. So ang chlorine atom is patuloy niyang sinisira yung 100,000 ozone molecules kapag nag-stay sa atmosphere.
Okay, so what is CFC in halogen chemistry? Ozone depleting substances such as the CFCs and halons are very stable in the lower atmosphere, allowing them to slowly rise to the stratosphere. Like I said, katulad nung sinabi ni Mr. Sapolmo, in-explain lang din dun sa ozone depletion, kumbaga magkaparehas lang sila. It is formally used in refrigerants, aerosol propellants, and in foam blowing. Yan yung chlorofluorocarbons. So next slide po. Ayan, kung makikita po natin yung picture, ayan, ito yung solar energy. Nandito yung ozone, CO2, oxygen. So nandyan sila, nagbaband sila lahat. Sana all may band, no? Sana kami din. Next slide po. Ito naman po yung environmental impacts ng environmental and health impacts ng CFCS chemistry. So it is increased UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface due to ozone depletion has a range of harmful effects. So next slide po. Yan, ecosystem damage. Harm to terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems, including reduced plant growth, impaired photosynthesis, and damage at the cellular level. So dito pa lang is naapektuhan na po yung terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems ng isang reduced plant at nababawasan po nito yung photosynthesis. Next slide po. Marine life. Phytoplankton, the base of the marine food chain, are particularly vulnerable to increased UV, which can affect the entire ocean, including fish and marine mammals. So, nakaka-apekto po ito lalo na po sa dagat at lalo na po sa mga isda at lalo na po sa mga nakatira po dun sa ilalim ng tubig. So, next slide po. Biogeochemical cycles. Disruption of important nutrient cycles like carbon and nitrogen, which can affect the balance of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So yun nga, kapag apektuhan po yung balance ng greenhouse gases sa atmosphere is mas lalo siyang lumalaya. Kumbaga, nababaliwala po yung carbon and nitrogen po dun sa biochemical cycles. Next slide po. Material degradation, accelerated breakdown, and reduced lifespan of certain plastics, paints, and other materials used outdoors. So same lang din sa environmental impacts na nararanasan sa CFC chlorofluorocarbons chemistry. Next slide po. So dito naman tayo sa human health impacts. So skin cancers, increased incidence of non-melanoma and malignant melanoma skin cancers. Kumbaga dyan, meron po ding health impacts ang UV radiation sa chlorofluorocarbons chemistry. Next slide po. Eye damage, a major cause of cataracts and other eye problems. Lalo na yung UV radiation guys, sobrang nakakasilaw or nakakasira po ng mata ng isang tao and minsan po nagkakaroon po tayo ng katarata or labo sa ating mga mata. Next slide po. Immune system suppression. Weakened immune responses, making people more susceptible to infections and reducing the effectiveness of vaccinations. Kumbaga, yung immune system natin is napapahina nito, kumbaga nagiging suspected tayo sa sakit natin and dito po natin nasasaksihan kung ano po yung epekto ng isang bakuna. Like for example, tinurukan kayo sa COVID, tinurukan kayo, di ba minsan nararamdaman natin may lagnat tayo, minsan nanghihina tayo dahil yun doon. Yun lang.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Daep and Ariel, for explaining the ozone layer and ozone depletion. So now, next. So those are the multiple choices questions. So you guys can screenshot it and or pause it to answer it clearly. And that's all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Salamat.